There's nothing else. Just us. And the cameras. And those wonderful people out there in the dark.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 movies to watch if you love classic Hollywood.
You're gonna do it because you're an actor and that's what you do. Just like the director does what he does, and the writer and the script girl and the guy who claps the slate. You're gonna do it because the picture has worth, and you have worth if you serve the picture, and you're never gonna forget that again.
For this list, we'll be looking at the best films that celebrate classic Hollywood filmmaking. These films directly dealt with movie making and the entertainment industry in the early to mid 20th century. Some of these movies were made during the classic studio era, while others were made after and set their stories during the period. Did we forget about one of your favourite films about classic Hollywood? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10, The Day of the Locust. The Day of the Locust was an underseen and underrated film about the pitfalls of Hollywood life. Instead of embracing the romantic view of the town, the movie dealt with the many people who failed to attain true success there.
They ruined it. Cut out the best part. There was a part where I said, "Allah be merciful."
This adaptation of Nathaniel West's novel followed wannabe stars that never got their break in entertainment. Actors such as Karen Black and Donald Sutherland played tragic figures in an impressive ensemble.
I'm going to be a big star someday. It's my whole life. It's very daring, I know, but it's the only thing in the world I want.
It's good to know what you want.
Much of the movie tackled darker subjects as it built towards a violent and riotous finale. Despite the grueling places it goes, The Day of the Locust was a nuanced portrait for classic film lovers.
Something's going on across the street. I can't see, the Klieg lights are in my eyes, but I tell you, these enthusiastic crowds here tonight are something else again.
Number 9, Hail Caesar. The Coen brothers packed their Hollywood satire, Hail Caesar, full of details for cinephiles. It concerned a studio fixer, Eddie Mannix, and his attempts to keep various film productions and stars in check.
Home, maybe? Called his wife?
Yep.
What'd Laura say?
He's not home. He's never home. He's a louse. Try one of his chippies.
Call that script girl. What's her name? Francie?
Check.
Any of the gals missing from the set?
Nope.
All right, gone an hour. We won't worry yet.
Viewers got to watch filmmaking happen from every angle. There's elaborate dance numbers and even a water ballet reminiscent of Esther Williams. Joel and Ethan Coen dealt with the various controversies that shook up 1950s Hollywood, including communism and backstage affairs.
Well now, this is interesting. I didn't know you two were friends.
Even more casual fans of the movie business found some quality jokes about dealing with unruly actors. While they also directed the stellar satire Barton Fink, the filmmakers gave Hail Caesar a broader and more inviting view of the business.
People don't want the facts, they want to believe. That's our great industry, mine and yours too.
Number 8, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Filmmaker Quentin Tarantino delved into Tinseltown's last classic decade with this award-winning film. Leonardo DiCaprio starred as a washed-up actor dealing with the end of the golden age in the late 1960s.
It's official, old buddy. Well, has been. What are you talking about? What did that guy tell you? Told me the goddamn truth is what he told me.
He received help from his friend and stuntman, all while the Manson family lurked in the background of Southern California life. It served as an important time capsule for Tarantino's childhood, as well as the drastic changes that affected the town at the time.
I want to go with a different hairstyle.
What?
Something more hippie-ish.
You want him to look like a hippie?
Well, think less hippie, more Hell's Angel.
Viewers got to watch characters interact with depictions of Bruce Lee and Sharon Tate in a behind-the-scenes look at show business. The director succeeded in creating a passionate look at the final moments of Hollywood's most radical years.
Because you got it done.
No, it's not because he just got it done. He had just as much time as all the rest of the goddamn directors, but it's what he did with that time.
Number 7, The Artist. French director Michel Hazanavicius channeled the excitement of the silent era in The Artist. He created a vision of early Hollywood in pristine black and white. It featured a narrative about an aspiring actress that eclipsed a movie idol in a story as old as time.
You'll find your fortune falling all over town. Be sure that your umbrella upside
mostly silent film, the enjoyable experience included throwback costumes and designs that would thrill any movie fan. The commendable period details gave the behind-the-scenes look at movie making an added flair. Everyone involved showed off their passion for the classic era of filmmaking. There was even room for a dance number that saluted great performers from years gone by. Hazanavicius's movie won Best Picture for this love letter to American cinema.
Perfect! Beautiful. Can you give me just one more?
With pleasure.
Number 6, Ed Wood. Ed Wood celebrated the B-movie genre through the eyes of one of Hollywood's worst directors. It's especially effective that Johnny Depp played the man as a passionate and misunderstood underdog.
That cardboard headstone tipped over. This graveyard is obviously phony.
Nobody will ever notice that. Filmmaking is not about the tiny details, it's about the big picture.
Tim Burton's loving comedy pulled together a group of misfits chasing their dreams. It's especially fun to watch the movie business from the eyes of an outsider.
You know, you're much scarier in real life than you are in the movie.
Thank you.
Patricia Arquette, Bill Murray, and Oscar-winning Martin Landau rounded out the fantastic cast. Even a clever scene featured Wood meeting Orson Welles for the real movie geeks out there. This ode to Hollywood outcasts was a hilarious and touching film worth revisiting.
Visions are worth fighting for. Why spend your life making someone else's dreams?
Number 5, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Who Framed Roger Rabbit mixed live action and animation in a groundbreaking movie. It was also a loving tribute to film noir.
How much do you know about show business, Mr. Valiant?
Only there's no business like it. No business I know.
Director Robert Zemeckis made a hilarious homage to Hollywood's golden age with references to Warner Brothers and Disney cartoons. Bob Hoskins served up an underrated lead role as the private eye that teamed up with the titular rabbit.
You crazy rabbit! I went out there risking my neck for you. What are you doing? Singing and dancing!
But I'm a toon. Toons are supposed to make people laugh.
Sit down!
It also made the most of its Los Angeles setting, along with amazing special effects and animated segments. Much of the technology used for the movie influenced productions for years later. The film contained enough exciting and funny sequences to appease classic Hollywood fans, young and old.
Don't tell me you lost your sense of humor already.
Does this answer your question?
Number 4, A Star is Born. A Star is Born was remade several times throughout history. This version from 1954 featured the talents of Judy Garland as the aspiring title character.
I somehow feel most alive when I'm singing. It's like... You don't want to hear all this, do you?
In a tragic tale about success and failure, this epic exploration of Hollywood featured her finest performance. It also featured the great James Mason as the alcoholic husband that was unable to handle her success.
I made a lot of money for you, gentlemen, in my time through the years, haven't I? Well, I need a job now. Yeah, that's it. That's the speech. That's it. I need a job.
The iconic narrative explored the entertainment industry from a 1950s perspective, with some arguing it was the definitive version. Others said that Garland was robbed of the Best Actress Oscar. In any case, it elevated one of the greatest stories about fame ever.
The stars have lost their glitter, the winds grow colder, suddenly you're older.
Number 3, All About Eve. There have been many stories about people like Eve Harrington.
They want you. You belong. Just that alone is worth anything.
All About Eve followed one such ingenue that stole the spotlight from veteran actors. The always wonderful Bette Davis played one of the many performers scorned by the title character. Harrington's diabolical methods highlighted the cutthroat nature of Hollywood and the acting profession.
Part in a play. You do all that just for a part in a play. I'd do much more for a part that good.
All About Eve featured one of the best casts ever, along with a biting script that spoke to even the most jaded entertainment figures. It also shed a light on the notion of celebrity during the heyday for classic filmmaking. The Oscar-winning project didn't pull any punches in its depiction of ego-driven artists chasing celebrity status.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Number 2, Sunset Boulevard. One of Billy Wilder's greatest achievements recounted an unlikely friendship between a screenwriter and a fading movie star. Gloria Swanson turned in a tour de force performance as a delusional, silent-era actress.
Used to be in silent pictures, used to be big.
I am big. It's the pictures that got small.
The movie featured dark humor and a nuanced examination of movie stardom. Its place in Hollywood history was further cemented with appearances from several legendary performers. Only Wilder could have mustered up the courage to critique his own medium in this way. Swanson's egomaniac, Norma Desmond, represented a generation that couldn't contend with changing norms.
Those idiot producers. Those imbeciles. Haven't they got any eyes? Have they forgotten what a star looks like? I'll show them. I'll be up there again, so help me.
The dramatic finale sold Desmond as one of the great metaphors for old Hollywood.
All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honourable mentions. In a Lonely Place. Bogart played a screenwriter and a murder suspect in this classic noir.
I've had 100 fights like this.
Are you proud of it?
No, but I'm usually in the right. I was this time. You heard what he called me.
The Aviator. Leonardo DiCaprio disappeared into the role of OCD producer and aviator Howard Hughes.
Big night for you, Mr. Hughes. Big night for you tonight.
Very big. Very big.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Singing in the Rain. Singing in the Rain represented the peak of full-scale studio filmmaking. It also paid tribute to the important time period between silent era and the sound era.
It's just a toy.
It's a scream. It's vulgar.
RF, you think they'll ever really use it?
I doubt it. The Warner Brothers are making a whole talking picture with this gadget. The jazz singer. They'll lose their shirts.
The movie's history lessons about early Hollywood were as effective as its entertaining musical sequences. Directors Stanley Donen and Gene Kelly mixed comedy, dance, and romance all into one film. Kelly's routines, including his iconic title number, reflected the highest peak of the movie musical. Debbie Reynolds and Donald O'Connor's contributions gave the lead actor a run for his money. Simply put, Singing in the Rain was made for classic Hollywood lovers.
I am a shimmering, glowing star in the cinema firmament. It says so. Right there.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.